Federal Aviation Administration Airman Knowledge Test, FAA Part 107 exam. So I took the exam on December 12, 2020, and I got 72% and just made it. I just got 72%. You need to get 70% to pass this examination and get the license. I just got 72%. So I want to talk about preparing for this exam and some of the things that I figured out while preparing for this exam, and this information will be valuable for you if you are preparing for this FAA Part 107 exam. So the first thing I want to talk about the fee. So I only paid $96 to register for this exam instead of $160, and everywhere I saw in researching on Google or YouTube videos, like it's basically said that you have to pay $160, but to my luck I figured out that you can pay $95 in some of the centers and actually register for the exam, so you save some money over there. So previously you need to call the Computer Assisted Testing Service Center or the PSI Testing Service Center, and then you need to register through phone. Probably a year back you can register this exam through website. Now when you register this exam through website, there are two websites that you need to visit. One is the FAA Tracking Number, and this is the website. I will provide the link below, but it's this website that you go and you get the FAA Tracking Number. And once you get the FAA Tracking Number, you go to the next website, the PSI Online Testing Registration website, where you create your account through this FAA Tracking Number and then you register for the exam. Registering for this exam, all of the service centers were charging $160, but the one center which was near to me, it was only charging $96, so I saved some money over there. So some of you folks might save some money, so look through different centers which offer this exam. Maybe you will find one of the examination center which is only charging $95. So the first thing is you can go online and register for this exam. You don't need to call any service center. I'll just provide the link below. You can go to the link below, you can get the FAA Tracking Number and you can register for the exam. That's the first thing. The second thing I want to talk about is preparing for this exam. Now I scored 72%. Now what I think about my score. So most of the free content I got through internet, I think I didn't get any of those questions. So 95% of the questions that I got, I haven't seen anywhere. That's when I went to the examination center, it was brand new. So I have never seen any of the questions, 95% of the questions, when I studied or when I was writing the free content of exams that were there online. So my thoughts about watching YouTube and writing the exam, and my thoughts about all of these different courses that are being offered online. Actually, they provide you the questions which they have written by themselves, and it will look very tough and it will look like this exam is really hard, and then you might go and register for the courses which they are offering, because basically their tendency or their idea is to get money out of you, right? So the way they can get money out of you, if you think this examination is hard enough to pass. So that's why they give you this free content of examination, so that you can pay some money for them and register for the courses whatever they're providing. So that's one of the things I figured out while writing this exam. Now the way I prepared for this exam is I used to write the exams, and when I see that I have given a wrong answer or I didn't understand the question, what I used to do is I go and research through videos or through Google or whatever, just I used to research on those questions. I used to understand the concepts. And even though I didn't see any of the questions which I was practicing, the 95% of the questions which I've seen in the exam, I've never seen when I was practicing, or never seen in the YouTube videos, I've never seen anywhere. The only thing that helped me is through understanding the concepts. So when I used to watch these YouTube videos, the first thing I was focusing on was understanding the concepts, rather than just writing the exam blindly, right? So I write the exam and I was trying to understand the concept. So even though the questions that were given in the actual examination, I have never seen them, because I understood the concepts, I was able to get 72%. And this is the key that I want to tell you guys, right? Like, I'm going to provide you all the link for the free examination which you can write. Now, once you keep on writing this exam, when you answer something, understand the concepts and answer it. Don't answer it just like that. You need to basically understand the concepts. And once you understand the concepts, then you're going to pass the exam. So basically, understanding the concept is the key for passing the exam, because this examination is not that easy as you think. You got to really prepare for this exam, because when I was going for the exam, my intent was to get around 90% or 95%, but because I have never seen those questions, everything I answered was through pure concept knowledge and through pure studying. I think I just studied for 2 weeks, but it's basically the things that helped me to pass this exam is pure concepts which I learned. So the main reason you need to write this exam is because you'll understand a lot of concepts about the flights. So one of the things I was thinking was, like, when the flights or the altitude of the airplane is low, it's difficult for the flight to fly in the lower altitudes, and it's easier for the flight to fly in the higher altitudes. So as I was studying this exam, I understood that as the altitude increases, the density of the air increases and the efficiency of the flight decreases. See? And I learned classification of the airport: B class, C class, A class, which is where all the flights fly. So, and sectional charts, and about the weather, about longitude, latitudes, and the uneven heating pattern of the Earth's atmosphere, and how this affects the turbulence of the flight and the critical angle of attack when the flight flies, and how dangerous it is to actually monitor this critical angle of attack for the safety of the passengers in the flight. So I learned a lot of stuff, and that's why you need to write this exam, to not only learn the rules of flying the drone, but also to understand the concepts behind flying the flights. So there are many things to learn and to understand before you even fly. So that's why it's pretty important to understand these concepts, and that's why I think it's really important for you to write this exam. And so hopefully I gave you some of the key information here. That's first thing is, like, you can register for $95 instead of $160 if one of the examination centers is offering you. The second thing I talked about is about how to prepare for this exam. The key thing about preparing for the exam is the concepts, not just watching YouTube videos and just keep on learning the theory. It's just you need to understand the concepts. So all the best for your exam, and you know, don't worry if you fail the exam, because this exam is not that easy as you think. You need to be really well versed with the concepts, and if you study the concepts properly and if you put some time into it, you're really going to pass the exam. So I'm going to put the free examination available online. I'm going to put the link to some of the YouTube videos which I've seen, and also I'm going to put the link to the getting FAA tracking number, and also register the PSA exam. So I'm going to put both of those links. Hopefully this video helps you. Thank you and have a blessed day.